Please welcome Silvina Moschini, co-founder and chief strategy officer, Unicoin.
Hello, everyone. 2 years ago, the US government tried to destroy my company, Unicoin. But let me tell you something. Sometimes the worst things that happen to you can actually become the best thing that ever happened to you as well. I would like to start with one story. When I was a little girl, a very wise man, my dad, told me something that changed my life forever. He told me that I could be whatever I wanted to be, but if I wanted to be a princess, I should become a princess that built her own castle. I didn't understand him quite well by then, but over time, when I grew up, I realized something important. I understood that what he meant was that true independence always starts with financial independence. And it clicked for me, what was going to become later on my life mission and my life work, to create opportunities for economic empowerment, to create economic opportunities for people. One of the first things that I did when I started my professional career was to join a company that in 1998 became the first company to create an online bank and a media company together called Patagon. It became very popular because in addition to become the largest bank in Latin America, it became the largest operation of an exit that ever happened in the region at that time. It was sold to Banco Santander Central Hispano, a very large Spanish bank, in $785 million, 3 weeks before the market collapsed. It taught me something. It taught me that technology can have a massive impact on how the democratization of wealth happened. And I became very passionate about technology. That passion led me to seek other opportunities that can be solved by technology. And one of these many opportunities was the access to economic benefit by work. And then I look at women. Women are 50% of the universe, yet very few of these great opportunities are ready to be taken by women. At work, because work-life balance is challenging. So, in partnership with Alex, my longtime partner, we developed a technology called Transparent Business that enabled remote work. As an outcome of that technology, I saw an opportunity to build a marketplace in which fantastic women, highly qualified women from around the world, could access job opportunities without time and distance limitations, because talent has no genders, but opportunities are aggregated. And then I decided to open those gates. After that, I realized that access to economic opportunities does not only belong to work opportunities. We can have economic development through entrepreneurship. So again, alongside with my partner, Alex Konanikin, we created a platform called Unicorn Hunters. And this platform was created for one reason. We experienced first time how difficult it is to raise capital. I went to Silicon Valley many times, and when I asked for money, I was given a lot of advice. And having known that, I realized that many opportunities are being left behind from brilliant entrepreneurs from all over the world that are not part of the circle of Silicon Valley, but at the same time that many people from around the world as well were not having the opportunity to access pre-IPO chances to invest in companies before they hit the market. That is, for regular people, investing was very, very limiting because you either have a nephew or a niece who are entrepreneurs, or you have to pay the big bucks when the companies are already public. So we created Unicorn Hunters with one mission, to bring investing opportunities curated and qualified to the masses, but also to support entrepreneurs in their goal to get the capital and the access to the market that they need to make their dreams true. And this is a show that became, according to Forbes, one of the most iconic shows of all time. And you can think of it as a Shark Tank plus the opportunity to get people investing in real companies. We launched this show when we, sorry, I missed the track. We launched this show when we wanted to take these entrepreneurs to the market, and we brought together the biggest and the brightest name in the industry, representing in the circle of money, which were the judges, policymakers, entrepreneurs, investors, financiers, and experts in the matter discussed. As you could see, many of the names there are very well-known icons from the different parts of the world that make the life of an entrepreneur easier or more difficult. And we created this with one goal, to democratize the access to investment opportunities for the masses. And this gave birth to Unicoin. And Unicoin became the official crypto of unicorn hunters. And when we thought of Unicoin, we thought that people were investing in crypto, but crypto was very murky at that time. It cleaned up still, but very few people, traders and coders, were familiar and were comfortable getting into crypto, because for the majority of the world, crypto was a very, very weird and suspicious value proposition, because it was not transparent, because it was opaque, and it was originally created by someone anonymous trying to hide money. And we said with Alex, what if we build a crypto that is absolutely the opposite of that? A crypto that is fully transparent, that is public reporting, and that is fully audited. And we created Unicoin. Coming from unicorn hunters, Unicoin was unique, was universal, was the unicorn of crypto. The crypto that was meant to transform the way crypto was done. And we created this coin to transform, to give a total makeover to the industry. Our strategy was to build brand on one hand before launching, and also to raise money. And that we did. We raised over $100 million, and we got contracts for over $3 billion in real estate assets that were scheduled and under contract to move into our balance sheet the moment that we did the ICO. And we, as a company that aimed to be the most compliant crypto in history, were working very diligently with the SEC. We passed 2 very long and comprehensive investigations. During 2 years, we have been under the evaluation of the SEC with no violations found, and a message that was similar to good luck with your business. So we were prepared to be the poster kid of crypto compliance. At that time, we saw that the SEC, as we were doing so well with them, and we were just basically asking them if they have any objections of anything that we were doing, we saw that we were really, really going to be the poster kid of how the regulation was going to look like, and to make it easy for other entrepreneurs to thrive in one country, what we believe is our home. Alex and I are both immigrants, but we are American citizens, and even though we have the opportunity to build this company overseas, for the record, we were just offered the opportunity to become residents, given us a golden visa by the Minister of Economy of Dubai, and had many different opportunities to build outside. But we decided to do it in the US because we believe in the system, and we believe in justice as well. But when we decided to announce our ICO with a company that has global recognition already, we deploy a campaign in New York and in some other places, so visual and so impactful that we believe upset Gary Gensler and some other people at the SEC. By the next days, we have 60 subpoenas and attacks from all over the fronts trying to stop the ICO. We have filed by then also an S1 to become the first public reporting company to be ever listed, public reporting crypto company to be ever listed in the New York Stock Exchange. If we had succeeded, our company, with the assets that we have under contract, could have been worth $25 billion. This is money that Gary Gensler stole from our investors. Our 7,000 investors from around the world were the most and the only affected from the wrongdoings of people inside the SEC during Gensler time. We were the last case to be filed on Gensler's case, on Gensler way out. These are some of the examples of the things that we have been doing from around the world from the branding standpoint. As you could see, we're absolutely everywhere. All of that by building right, building with principles, building with transparency, and creating a company that we believe will still transform the way that people think about crypto. Alex led a mockumentary, the first AI mockumentary that ever existed, and I strongly recommend that you watch it because it's funny, but it's very informative, about what happened with Unicoin. And it's called a $1 trillion head job, and you can find it in waroncrypto.us. But what is also very important is that all this welfare hit us very, very hard. It impacted our investors, it impacted us, it impacted many of the people in the society that wanted to see crypto done right. But it also showed us something. It showed us something that for me was quite important. Challenges also show us what are we made of. And we could have walked away, but instead, when something this hard and challenging like this happened to us, it makes us more determined to succeed and more determined to build Unicoin into an epic, legendary company. Thanks to Chair Atkins' new taxonomy, we have the opportunity now to be classified as a commodity. And then to do that, we have the opportunity as well to count with a fantastic group of leaders that are our investors that have been selected by our shareholders to create Unicoin Foundation. And I have the privilege to have here our chair, Robert, and also Asaf, one of our investors as well. What gives to us this is the opportunity to focus on purpose, something that for me, as a social impact entrepreneur, is extremely important. This is the opportunity now for us to build the future of digital wealth for everyone. So I have the enormous privilege to now share with you that as my first activity as a consultant supporting the foundation, we will be launching a program focused on women. Women represent 50% of the universe. We'll be managing $124 trillion, and yet they don't have a lot of education or inclination or tools to manage their own money. So we will be creating this movement that include educational support, community building, tools, and also a lot of resources to help women and organizations that are led by women and bring together women launch this initiative, which is called Money for Women, and it's aimed at transform the way that we women connect with the idea of money. And this will be something that we will be starting in April with a global online and offline educational program. It will be followed by an AI agent for financial advice, and then an integration of different platforms so we can have all the data, and then eventually women have the opportunity to learn together, to invest together, and to support each other as we take on this opportunity to take control of our money. And to wrap this up, I would like to bring back to one woman that inspired me significantly, Eleanor Roosevelt. And this is about mental toughness. It's about grit. It's about what we are made of. And when I think about this, I think of women, and I think of a tea bag. And she said that women are in a tea bag. We don't know how strong we are until we are put in hot water. The water got really hot, and now it's time to show up and to take control of the money. Thank you.